What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map. And I thought I'd slip out of my tuxedo into something a little more festive. That's right, guys. I got an ugly sweater today because the holiday season is here. It's not even approaching. It's here. It came here faster than I ever could have expected or anticipated, but it's here now. So I got to get in the spirit of things before it's too late, because one day you're going to blink and it's going to be Christmas, and it's going to be come and gone, and then it's New Year's, and then it's a whole new year, and you forgot about Christmas. So we got to enjoy this time while we can, and we got to build some jump tower. I don't know how those two things go hand in hand, but they do in my world. Okay, guys? So we're going to build some more jump tower today, work on the lobby a little bit more, and then work our way up above the lobby a little bit and see what we can do on the next part of the jump. We will see. Alright, so in the lobby here, I haven't worked too much off camera. I've left it for you guys. I was waiting to get some ideas for what I can do in the last floor of this lobby, but yeah, I didn't really get too many suggestions, so I thought about it myself, and I think I'm gonna do like a place to get tea and coffee, I guess. I don't know, nothing's crazy. A little cafe type deal. And I'm gonna work on this in super fast motion because today is Monday, and you know what we do on Mondays, guys. Oh, I love Mondays. It's creative question of the week time. This is the part of this series where I answer a question that you have submitted in the comment section below. If you want to get in on this action, then you need to send me a question, guys. Put it in the comment section, write creative question of the week, and then put your question. No question is off limits. I will answer it as truthfully and honestly as I possibly can, and we'll have a great time learning from each other on Mondays. That's what we do. So today is Monday, and I chose a creative question of the week, and here it is. It comes from True_James_MC, and he asks, what are your beliefs on children using your methods? Thank you, True James MC. He's referring, I believe, to meditation. He made this comment on a video where I was talking about meditation, so I believe that's what he's talking about. And he wants to know about children using my methods, using meditation as a tool to make yourself a better person, basically. And what do I think about children using it? They're the people who need it the most, okay? I've talked about this so many times, but I'm going to talk about a new aspect of it, and I'm going to give you some tips today on how to meditate. So children need to meditate. Everyone needs to meditate if you want to be a fully rounded individual. It's the only way to unlock your sixth sense, which we all have, which most of us have repressed to the point where we don't even know it exists. It's the only way to unlock an aspect of you that is higher in frequency and higher in dimension, that can actually help you with your life down here on Earth. And the reason children need to meditate as much as adults, or maybe even more so, is because the sooner you get out of the habits, or the sooner you get indoctrinated into this culture, one that forgets the sixth sense, one that is too busy to focus on self-improvement, they rather focus on getting money. So the sooner you can get rid of that kind of mentality, that cycle, the sooner you break that cycle, the more time you're going to have as a person getting in touch with the light inside of yourself. So, you know, ideally, you never get into that cycle, because we have parents who raise their children to be enlightened individuals, not cogs in the machine searching for more material possessions, which is what we have now. I mean, let's face it, guys, your parents, your teachers, your society is just hammering it into your mind that you have to work hard to get a good job so you can afford nice things, and that is the point of your life. And I think if you're above 68 IQ, I think there's something inside of you that says something's wrong with that, right? That is not the point of your life. The point of your life is to be creative and express love and learn, not to make money. Anyway, so I want to give you guys some simple tips that you at any age can do to start to meditate. I know a lot of you in the comment section have said that you want to try meditating, but you're not really sure how to start, where to begin. So I'm going to tell you what worked for me, and maybe it'll work for you, and you can see if it works. Give it a try. I've always said, if you meditate for, let's say, I can't really put a number on it because everyone's different. Some people will take to it right away. Other people will take years. So I'm not going to put a number on it. But I started really feeling results within a month. And I mean, like, real tangible results. But I mean, I did clean up my diet, and I did do a lot of other things that was going to speed up that process. So I'm not going to say it's going to take you a month to experience results. That's just me. That's my personal story. Anyway, so a lot of people think, I've talked about this before, that meditating is just thinking a bunch of thoughts. That is not what it is. Meditation is turning off your thoughts. And the best way to do that is to focus on something simple. Now, you think of meditation and you think of like a monk on a mountain going, oh, right? But that's one way to do it. What's more popular in Western society, rather than chanting a mantra like Om, that's what it's called, a mantra, a word that you say over and over. And the reason they do this is because they're taking out all their thoughts and they're replacing it with this word, Om, which is the word for everything. And so they're taking out their ego thoughts, and they're replacing it with one word that they can focus on over and over and over. And you focus on this word over and over and over so that no thoughts can get in. And then you reach a state of emptiness in your mind, of course. But what I like to do, and what Western society is gravitating towards, is focusing on your breathing. So instead of focusing on a mantra, saying a word over and over, put all your attention, all your thoughts into your breathing. In order to meditate, you need to take a deep, deep breath from your nose. And this breath needs to start at the bottom of your stomach and come all the way up, all the way up your esophagus, right? You want to take a deep breath from the bottom of your stomach in through the nose, and you want to hold it, and then you want to release it through your mouth slowly. So, like, think of it like a 6 count, like. About that speed, and just do. That's what all the meditation is. You're going to do that over and over and over again. Now, instead of focusing on a word, focus on your breath. See your breath. Really, the only thing that's in your mind is your breath, and just focus on it. And don't let any other thoughts come in. Just all you're thinking about is your breath coming in, holding for a second, and then releasing slowly. And that's the only thought in your mind. And you're not going to get it, okay? The first bunch of times, you're just going to start thinking about your homework or your friends or you're hungry. Guaranteed thoughts are going to come in. And but there's an easy way to do that. Rather than getting upset at yourself for allowing thoughts to come in, don't get upset at yourself. It's part of the whole process, right? But there's a couple tricks that I've learned to make it so that these thoughts don't overtake your thought process. Because when you're trying to meditate and you think one little thought, that thought turns into 3 thoughts, and those 3 thoughts turn into 14 thoughts. And before you know it, you spent 10 minutes just thinking thoughts while you were trying to not think any thoughts. You know, it's very annoying, and the tendency is to get mad at yourself. But don't get mad at yourself. Here's a little trick that I use. Imagine your thoughts as a balloon that you're holding. You're holding onto the string, and you're holding onto a balloon. So your hand is empty, and then this thought comes in. So a balloon is now in your hand. You have the option of holding onto that balloon or releasing it. And so imagine yourself releasing your thought. Allow the thought to come. Process the thought, think about the thought, but then just release it. Rather than let that thought overtake your thought process, rather than let it breed new thoughts, just take that thought in, say, yes, I had that thought, and then release that balloon. Just see yourself, imagine yourself holding a balloon and just release it. And that thought will just float away with the balloon, and you'll be back to your centered state. Another thing I like to do, if that doesn't work for you, is, we're living in the internet age, right? This is the age of technology. And what I like to do, I prefer this method, is imagine that your thought is like a pop-up, right? An internet pop-up ad. And it's just popped up into your screen, right? And instead of clicking on the pop-up and, getting into a distraction, going to some other website, right? Which is more thoughts, other website, more thoughts. Instead of clicking on it, minimize it and actually see this in your mind. See your blank mind as a computer screen, and really see yourself minimizing that thought and sending that thought to the bottom left of your screen, and really imagine that. And I found that's a really good way of just saying, thank you, thought, I appreciate you, I acknowledge you, goodbye now. Right? And that's really gonna help you really sift through these thoughts. And so like I said, don't get mad that you had them. Don't let them take you on a tangent. Just say, here's my thought, okay, I had it, goodbye now, I'm busy. And what really helps is if you set your intention before you meditate. Close your eyes and tell yourself that I will really do my best to not think any thoughts. And whenever you set intention, whether it's in meditation or in your life, that intention is going to work to come true. So definitely do that. So you've got to this point now where you're having thoughts, but you're letting them go. You're breathing well. You're focused on your breathing to the point where you're not having thoughts. Now what? Now is when it gets fun. Because, first of all, this is going to take you, I don't know how long. Like I said, I can't put a number on it. Everybody's different. But you got to practice that over and over, 10 minutes a day. I like to do it before I go to sleep. it takes notes. You're not going to be sleeping right as your head hits the pillow anyway. So take 10 minutes right as you lay in bed to really calm yourself down, center yourself, and practice meditating. A lot of people sit down when they meditate, like the yogis on a mountain with their legs crossed and their hands on their knees, right? But that's not how I do it. I just lay on my back, and that works best for me. You got to find the position that works best for you, but you can lay on your back like you're in bed, and that's how I do it. And 10 minutes a day, trust me, and try, and you'll get to the point where you are good enough that your thoughts are not overtaking your thought process, and you're allowing an emptiness to be filled. You're allowing, like I say, people are so filled of their ego thoughts that their higher dimensional aspect can't communicate with them because they're just so full of thoughts. Their cup is already full. You can't fill up a cup that's already full, so you have to pour out that cup of all the nonsense, of all the dirtiness, and have an empty cup so that you can learn more information. Now, I can only speak from my experience. I don't know what's going to happen once you empty your thoughts, right? But for me, I actually had to invite my higher self into my heart space. Now, what this means is, for a lot of us, like I said, we're so full of ego thoughts that our higher self just can't get through. So it kind of exists outside of us, right? But the goal here with this meditation is to bring your higher self, your higher aspect, which is basically light. It's just light, to come and reside within you. So you'll find that during meditation, visualization is everything. You have to really see it with your mind's eye. So you have to keep your eyes closed. You can't have any distractions. And you have to really see your imagination. So in your imagination, what you need to do is bring your higher self through your top of your head and into your heart, and it's just a beam of light. And you ask yourself, I want to bring my higher self into my heart space, and just see a ball of light go from outside of you, above your head, down into your head, down your throat, and into your heart, and ask it to stay there, and really see just a brilliant light, like the sun. See the sun in your heart space, a brilliant light that it's so bright you can't even look at, and ask it to reside there. And that's going to be the first step, guys. That's what you're going to need to do in order to connect with your higher self, and that's going to bring you. I can't tell you I don't know what your specialty, what your psychic ability is. You'll find that out on your own if you continue with this, but that is going to open up the doors to your sixth sense, and allowing your intuition to speak to you. That's what sixth sense is. That's what your sixth sense is your intuition, which is your higher self speaking to you. And the only way to do that is to get those ego thoughts out of your mind. And the only way to do that is to meditate. And meditation, is not just sitting there quietly. I mean, a lot of people enter a form of meditation when they're doing sports that they love, or creating art. It's just any time or praying to their God, any time that you create a zero ego thought area, right? As far as music, a lot of people like to listen to music. I had one person comment that she liked to listen to classical music, and I guess that could work, but there's all sorts of different types of meditation music tracks on YouTube. I also highly recommend binaural beats. It's BINURAL beats, and these are, if you listen to these with headphones, they actually can stimulate your pineal gland. So look for pineal gland activation. I might put a link in the YouTube in the description below to a YouTube video that you can see some binaural beats, or listen to, I should say, and try to listen to binaural beats while you're doing this. It'll really open you up to be more sensitive to these energies. And I didn't really believe in meditation until I felt energy for the first time. And the things I've told you today are going to get you one step closer to that direction. So don't give up, guys. I know you're not going to see instant results. This is not like something. It's not like taking a pill and overnight you're going to feel something. This is something you have to work at. And if you're dedicated and you really want to improve yourself and figure out what I'm talking about, you're going to have to be dedicated. You're going to have to give it a good old-fashioned try, and it's going to take time. Nothing's instant in this life. Anything worth acquiring is not instant. Okay, it takes time, it takes work, it takes motivation. So, stay motivated and don't give up, even if you don't feel anything the first few times. Practice. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? You practice. Okay, so I hope that gives you some hints on how to start your meditation journey. I really want to hear your results if you do try this, or if you have any questions about it or any comments about it. Be sure to put those in the comment section below. I would love to listen to what you have to say and maybe help you if I can. I can give you links if you've tried what I've told you and you need to go to the next step. I can tell you that as well. But that's going to be the first step for meditation. So this has been Meditation 101. I hope you guys have learned some stuff. And if you haven't, well, put that in the comment section too. Okay? Anything you want to say about this, I would love to hear in the comment section. But above all, I want to hear some more questions for Creative Question of the Week time. So don't forget to put those creative questions of the week in the comment section below. Jump Tower is coming along. I got a lot of work to do. So it's going to take some time, but that's all right. No rush. We're going to do this. We're going to get her done. So I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, I want to thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing these videos. It really means a lot to me. It really shows that I'm not wasting my time here, that people really do care, and man, it warms my heart that you guys are watching here today. So thank you for that. Happy Minecrafting. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Peace.